Hello and welcome back to our Shattered Balance series in Crusader Kings 2 with the HIP mod. In the last episode we declared war on Pannonia over this county over here, which we tried to take before in a previous war when I believe it was it independent or was it owned by Anatolia or somebody? I don't remember, but we tried to take it in a previous war and I believe that one ended inconclusively when it passed into the realm of Pannonia for, I assume, reasons related to inheritance. But anyway, we are going to try to take it back now. Or, well, take it in the first place. And we have another army from Pannonia wandering around over here. We'll just let them go wherever they're going, I suppose, and maybe after this siege finishes we'll track them down and fight them. Well, it looks like this army evaded me down here. I'll just let that siege continue for the moment since they're not actually effectively sieging my land. So we're about to finish this siege here. And yes, let's absolutely clap their leader in irons and immediately ransom him. Actually use the ransom all prisoners button this time. And let's head down here and attack this army. So they are in the mountains there, which is not ideal. They're trying to head over here, which is plains, so hopefully they're going to escape and we can fight them there instead. They are. Okay, we captured a mare. Using your foot as leverage, you pull your sword out of the dead corpse of the last foeman to fall by your hand in the battle. All around you, the men are cheering as the routing enemy soldiers flee in wild panic. Victory has been achieved in large parts thanks to your heroic efforts. I am pretty great. Songs will be sung of this day. We gain 100 prestige, which actually is nice because we are trying to save up to 8,000 prestige to be able to create a custom empire. We'll follow this army and wipe out the remainder. And let's head back up to this county. I guess we could siege Dubrovnik over here, which apparently is under Pannonia. Sure. We're closer to that. That seems to make more sense, I suppose. And is Pannonia in a second war? I see some Wallachian troops over there. We'll leave them be again. Nope, just our war. Who are you at war with then? Defending against a host invasion, I see. Host invasion of Croatia. So you've been called into that by Serbia, apparently? Okay. Not really relevant to us. Okay, my daughter is of legal age. She became a fortune builder, same education trait as us. Pretty good character. We could get her married for an alliance or something, which might be useful. We'll see if anybody offers us a marriage for her. And we're up to 43%, which I assume is not going to be anything like enough for her to accept, even though it's just one county. So we lost our Mystikos, who was my uncle. Ooh, he was possessed too. So let's appoint our vassal here, who is a lunatic genius, and actually has the ambition to become Mystikos, and we'll send him off to, I believe we were sending them to Tunis. Seems to be working well enough, so we'll keep doing that. Sure, we'll take a prisoner. Kartli is having a little revolt up there. What else is going on around the place? Champagne is looking pretty good still. The Duchy of Holland, I think, is expanding a bit. Have they expanded since last time I looked? I think so. Meath still holding most of Ireland. Still a little fragmentation over here in Maghreb, and Hausaland is looking pretty large down here in Africa. Are you a king? You are a king. And Nubia is looking pretty good down here too. He's a dwarf. And this guy uniting a big chunk of Persia is pretty good for him. Alright. The peasants attacked you while collecting taxes in Thessalonica? Okay. That's bad. We won a battle down here, I guess. And we've completed sieging this entire province, so we should probably go fight this battle here, though we are crossing a strait. Should be fine, though. Yeah, let's absolutely capture another duke. Really helping out our income. Ransom all prisoners again. Recently, I've taken my ward with me when I travel around the country visiting different villages, castles, and cities. I constantly explain to my ward how people trade, what sort of crops grow, what sort of crops we grow on the land, and so on. So she's going to gain stewardship, which is nice. Let's actually break off our siege over here and go and fight the Pannonian army before they siege back the holding we took over there. Okay, so we've got nothing else to do down here with this army. We'll bring it back up here in case it can be useful. We're up to 78% now. Starting to get the ticking war score from holding Ephesus. Okay, so you escaped my clutches there, but you broke off your siege. Let's see if we can try to fight you somewhere. Preferably not in the mountains. And let's try to intercept this 400 first, if we can. We can't, apparently. Okay, we'll see if we can catch them in Dioclea again. Since we know it's plains from last time. So I don't want to fight them in here because it's mountains, but they're headed over to here. In the hills. We did capture a small part of their army, I guess. Oh, and we did actually catch them in the hills there, which I wasn't actually expecting. That's fine, we'll see if we can get reinforcements in there in case that helps. Before you land the finishing blow on the enemy soldier, who now lays half dead, crumpled on the ground, he grins and says defiantly, "My ancestors are smiling at me, Greek trash, can you say the same?" I think so. Thanks for asking. We'll duly kill him. You were separated from your men in the chaos of battle, and now find yourself in the midst of war. So we see High Chief Vid the Wise break through the enemy ranks and charge us. Okay, we'll fight him. We're a formidable fighter. I'm not scared. You and the High Chief slowly circle each other, tense and focused. You scan him for any sign of weakness, any opening in his defense that you could possibly exploit. See a weak spot, a vulnerability. It's not much, but it's all you need. So we'll strike. And he tries to fight back, but we force our way through, easily overpowering his pathetic defense. You strike for his heart with all your might. He's slain. Nice. High Chief Vid the Wise crumbles to the ground lifeless. You wipe his blood from your weapon. The deed is done. He is dead. Requiescat in pace, which is Latin, I believe, for rip in pepperonis. And we cause them to lose morale, so this battle shouldn't be a problem. My dear liege, I was just approached by Hectorius, who tried to convince me to join him in his vile heresy. Oh, he's Polician. We'll demand reconversion. That will be fine. Okay, so that battle got us up to 93%. We'll follow wherever he's going. You can go over here and fight this army. Stuart probably did not think I'd notice if a few coins here and there went missing, but the steady disappearance made me suspicious. Might it be that the gold is disappearing into her greedy fingers? Into her fingers? That sounds gruesome. We can question her, say we don't care. Obviously we'll question her. Oh, and the cook was buying extra eggs again. Okay, so we gain a little prestige. Okay, a couple of extra % war score from that battle, and probably the same from this one, and then we'll just let the ticking war score carry us the rest of the way. I'll go ahead and disband my troops, since there should be no possibility of us losing this one at this point. We've received credible reports of a recent sighting of the Great White Stag. Let's saddle our horse. My cynical comments have made people look at things my way. I have created more cynics. Okay, good. And we have won our war. So our Duke here now should, I think, hold all of his de jure land. And is going to be happy with me for his whole life because I pressed his claim. Less happy that I've raised his levy so much, though. Probably should try to stay at peace for a little while to let these opinion penalties go down a bit. And we'll see if we manage to catch the White Stag this time. It has to happen eventually, right? This time it will not escape me. You spend the weeks in the wilderness searching for any trace of your prey, but to no avail. However, you find that you rather enjoy being out in the wilds. All this daily physical activity, it makes you feel stronger. So we have a 20% chance of becoming strong. And we did. Excellent. You return to your court. The hunt for this elusive white beast seems fruitless, but there are many more things out there in the wilds. Maybe next time you'll catch your prey. Alright, well that is pretty great. I think that's the first time I've actually managed to get the strong trait from that event, though I have seen it a few times. +2 to our personal combat skill, along with the, what is it, +4 from, +5 from being a formidable fighter. We are like the best fighter the world has ever seen, basically. +8. I'm kind of inclined to take the martial focus and just start dueling people, because we could basically never lose. I don't really want to give up the health bonus since I want to live long enough to save up 8,000 prestige. But anyway, the Teutonic Order, the Order of Brothers of the German House of St. Mary in Jerusalem has been formed, sponsored by the Catholic Church and the Holy Roman Emperor. Is there a Holy Roman Emperor? I don't think there is, but that's okay. The Teutonic Order, much like the Knights of St. John and the Knights Templar, primarily protect and care for pilgrims to the Holy Land, but will serve any Catholic ruler willing to pay for their upkeep. Being a religious order, they will only fight against heretics and infidels. I have a bad feeling about this. That's okay. They probably won't bother us. The Knights of St. John, I'm not going to read all of these. Do we have our own holy orders yet? We don't have any. That's okay. So the Duchess Zenobia likes us better, which is good. And we have smallpox. Well, we don't personally have smallpox, but it has broken out in one of our counties. My daughter is slowly mastering the art of diplomacy. These islands here... Duchy are you part of? Oh, you belong to down here. Fair enough. Okay, and now she's extremely happy, so I guess we can move our Chancellor to somewhere else. Everywhere is generally very happy with us. I guess Epirus is the next logical target, though. Okay, we collected a tithe, which helps us a little bit towards our gold collection ambition. I think once we get to the 2,500 gold, which shouldn't take too much longer probably, we'll spend some money on creating titles, which will help us get more prestige. We're getting a bit close to our vassal limit anyway, so it's probably a good idea. While taking a drink from a stream near your residence, you observe the colourful, pretty pebbles deposited on the riverbed. Not pretty peasants deposited on the riverbed, which is a much more disturbing image, I guess. Let's gain 2 piety or increase our children's opinion of us. These are our children's, right? Our children's. I can't speak today. What's going on? Yes, we'll make our children's like us better. Such a wonderful bouquet, the complex blend of flavours spreads over my tongue just as the warmth spreads in my belly. These monks certainly know how to make a fine wine, so we could possibly gain drunkard, or we could possibly gain temperate. I don't believe we're temperate already, so that would be a reasonable trait to have. More stewardship wouldn't go amiss. And we did get it, so that's good. And we can gain technology. So I guess we could put legalism up, which doesn't actually do anything for us at that level, but the next level would allow us to increase centralization. Otherwise we can go for majesty, I suppose. We'll get majesty, and we actually can't quite afford the next legalism as well, but that is just fine. So I haven't gotten remarried yet, and I don't think I'm going to, because well, I guess there's no way really I could have another child, is there? So there's no reason not for me to get married. I just wanted to make sure I didn't interfere with my quick son becoming the heir. But I guess now we would have a chance of passing on strong as well, so maybe it wouldn't even be a bad thing. Still though, let's get married. And I suppose if we're not worried about congenital traits, we could try to get an alliance, but it seems like we want a matrilineal marriage as well. Let's not forget. I guess we could betroth ourselves to a Prince of Wales, but we don't want to really wait that long. Might be more appropriate to get married to somebody closer to our own age. Maybe we'll just get married to somebody with good stats. Not worry too much about an alliance. 19-year-old lustful genius? Sounds like it could be fun. Actually would give us an alliance as well, only with the Count, but still. Yeah, let's do it. This way, if we do somehow have another child, there's at least the chance that they would be a strong genius, which would be pretty great. Okay, our son and heir lacks a guardian. Obviously, we are going to take care of that ourselves. Though I will have to try to remember to get him a better education trait once he gets to about 15 or so. And let's just check for prisoners to ransom. We can ransom 1, apparently. I'll just... Oh. Heathens attacked you. How dare they. But you did convert a subject, so that's good. I'm just going to release these 2 prisoners who have been apparently languishing in my dungeons for 22 years for reasons that I have no memory of. So our opinion penalties are coming down a bit. I think all of our vassals are very happy with me though, so this should turn out pretty well. Let's see what they say. Apparently no follow-up this time. Okay. That's fine. Oh, and the Kingdom of Wales is actually formed. I guess I knew that since I saw a Prince of Wales in the marriage interface previously. His son is mastering the art of diplomacy. And our truce with King Sevag the Handsome of Armenia is expiring, so we could go to war with them again. What is this place called? Dobunia. I've never heard of that. Okay. Typhus. I just saw Armenia's borders change somehow. I'm not sure what happened there. That war ended in a white peace, and Armenia won this war. Subjugated the Duchy of Antioch, I guess. Oh, right, down here. That is new. Okay, so Armenia has expanded. Okay, well, we're out of time for this episode, so we'll leave it here. Thanks for watching, and join me again next time.